So I got a question here from Callum, and it reads, can you tell me what helps forge a strong engineer-artist relationship? And it's a good question. And the thing for me personally is that, majority of the time I work with people online. So there's a lot of email back and forward, a few phone calls here and there every now and then. I don't have that direct face-to-face that in-house kind of engineers where you get the client come in and you sit in a room with them. So we don't have that that kind of direct contact, so to say, with face-to-face contact. So the way that I find to create that relationship between client and engineer is, you always ask. There's always questions that the artist will want to know. There's always questions. Being there to answer them. Don't ever think, pound signs kind of thing. I'm taking time. I did an email with a client a little while ago, and they only ordered one song. Right, he ordered one song, and I had 350 emails. I'm not even joking. I had 350 emails. Now, after 10 emails, I could have thought, I've done one song for this guy. It's not worth my time to do multiple emails. I'd not like that. The way that I have these artist-engineer relationships is based on the fact that, I like what I do. I love what I do. I like talking to people. I like explaining things. There's no, if it takes me 2 hours extra because I'm going through lots and lots of emails with someone, so be it. It's not about that for me. For me, it's more, creating that artist and engineer relationship, creating that kind of, we're all in this together. We all we want is the best end result. So if answering questions, talking things through with someone, if that ends with a better result, then so be it. The other thing is just always be available to ask. End of every email, I say, any questions, let me know. And that's just like my sign off that I do when I send an email, because if there are any questions, just let me know and I'll answer them. Always being on available on the phone. If someone phones, I pick the phone up. I answer it. And I talk to them, and it might be an half-hour conversation. All right, it eats into the day a little bit, but it's a half-hour conversation where not only are you, working through a project with someone, you're getting to know someone. You're having that kind of to and fro. You're having that conversation with a physical person, rather than over an email. So there are benefits to a phone call. How do you, without having someone in front of you, the one thing I will say is just always have not like an open door, but an open kind of dialogue where anyone can kind of contact. If anybody on our Facebook, Instagram, anything like that sends an email, sends a direct message or something, they send that in, and it's, if I'm with my phone, for instance, it's bang, straight away. I get in contact with them straight away. And I never ever personally, I never like to leave an email or a direct message. I never like to leave this longer than I have to. I like to get straight onto it. And the reason being for that is I know what it's like. If I'm looking for someone to do something, if I'm sending inquiries out, I'll probably send an inquiry out. I'll email one company, I'll email another. And then if this company gets back to this person straight away and this company doesn't, how does it look? This company who got back straight away might have already kind of locked in the deal, and then you get back 2 days later, and they've already sorted that. So having that real quick contact with someone is important. So, like, to answer the question, how do you forge a relationship with an artist engineer? Dialogue, talk. Be there to answer questions, be there to ask questions. Get that dialogue going. If you can get on the phone to someone, if you can speak to someone on the phone, when you're on the phone to someone, you can have a little bit extra that you can't get from an email. So, you can have a little laugh, you can have a little joke, you can have a little serious chat on the phone. You can do all these different things. So yeah, basically, to answer the question, is to forge that relationship with an artist is just be there to answer their questions. That's what they want. What they want from you. In terms of relationship between artist and engineer, they want you to be not necessarily be their only, because it's not, they aren't your only client. You've got maybe 100 other clients that you're working with at the same time, but be felt like they're important, because they are important, and they want you to when they ask you something, they want to have this instant kind of conversation about it, and that's something I always like to do.